The world of science continues to deliver a constant stream of discoveries, challenges, and surprises, reminding us just how complex and interconnected our planet truly is. As we observe Earth from a distance, it remains the same pale blue that has inspired poets, scientists, and philosophers for centuries. Yet this beautiful world is now facing an ever-growing crisis driven primarily by human activity. Climate change, which was once a distant worry, has become an immediate and pressing reality. The rapid increase in greenhouse gas emissions and the acceleration of global warming have pushed our planet dangerously close to exceeding the temperature thresholds outlined in the 2015 Paris Agreement. These thresholds were established to prevent catastrophic climate impacts, but today, scientists warn that we are on track to overshoot these climatic guardrails unless drastic actions are taken. This urgent situation is what brings delegates from 194 countries together in Brazil for the United Nations COP30 Climate Conference. These conferences are meant to serve as collaborative platforms where nations come together to commit to emissions reductions, climate adaptation strategies, and pathways toward a more sustainable future. However, this year's conference is shaping up to be one of the most contentious in recent memory. Several world leaders have chosen not to attend, a signal that global political unity on climate issues is becoming harder to sustain. The absence of the Trump administration from the process further complicates diplomatic dynamics, leaving policymakers uncertain about how much progress can realistically be achieved. As the world watches, speculation grows about whether meaningful commitments will be made or if the conference will be yet another example of climate promises that fail to translate into action. Brazil, the host nation, has described this year's COP as an implementation conference, emphasizing that the time for theoretical discussions and symbolic agreements has passed. Instead, countries are expected to present concrete action plans detailing how they will reduce emissions, transition to renewable energy, and support global adaptation efforts. In theory, this approach could lead to more direct impact, but it also raises concerns. What happens if certain nations choose to present minimal or superficial plans? Without a strong mechanism to ensure accountability, some countries might participate without contributing their fair share to the global effort. The conference therefore faces a delicate challenge: how to encourage ambitious climate action while balancing geopolitical tensions, economic disparities, and differing national priorities. Observers around the world are waiting to see whether COP30 will mark a turning point in climate collaboration or become another missed opportunity in the fight against global warming. Meanwhile, science news this month has taken a dramatic turn with an unusual incident involving escaped laboratory monkeys in Mississippi. 2 weeks ago, Patrick reported the alarming story of several rhesus macaques that fled after a truck transporting them overturned. Early reports sparked widespread concern after officials suggested that the monkeys might be diseased and potentially dangerous to the public. The incident raised questions about laboratory animal transport, biosecurity measures, and how quickly misinformation can spread during emergencies. For days, authorities and wildlife specialists searched for the missing primates. On Friday night, an update finally arrived. The last of the escaped monkeys had been located after a resident's dog alerted her to unusual activity near her property. While this recovery offered some relief, the story took a tragic turn, as 5 of the monkeys were killed by police during the search operation. Officials later confirmed that the final monkey had been successfully recovered, though no details were provided about its condition or whether any health risks to the public remained. The incident has reignited debate about how laboratory animals are handled, whether the current regulations are sufficient, and what protocols should be in place to prevent similar accidents in the future. Nature also delivered its own dramatic event this week, when a powerful 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck the northern coast of Japan on Sunday, November 9th. Japan, located along the volatile Pacific Ring of Fire, is no stranger to seismic activity, but an earthquake of this magnitude always brings immediate concern. Fortunately, early reports indicated no significant injuries or structural damage, a testament to Japan's advanced engineering standards and rigorous earthquake preparedness programs. Authorities noted that no abnormalities were detected at the two nearby nuclear power plants, a particularly reassuring detail given the country's tragic experience with the Fukushima disaster in 2011. Although a tsunami warning was initially issued, it was later downgraded, relieving fears of widespread coastal flooding. Still, the quake serves as a reminder of the unpredictable forces of nature and the importance of continued investment in disaster preparedness, monitoring technology, and international cooperation on seismic research. In health-related news, officials in the United States are currently investigating a concerning outbreak of infant botulism connected to a recalled baby formula. So far, 13 cases across 10 states have been reported, prompting urgent inquiries into the manufacturing and distribution processes of the product. Infant botulism, though rare, is a serious condition that can lead to muscle weakness, breathing difficulties, and in severe cases, life-threatening complications. Because infants are among the most vulnerable populations, any potential contamination in baby products is treated as a critical public health emergency. Investigators are now working closely with medical experts, laboratories, and federal agencies to determine the source of the contamination, identify potential risks, and ensure that all affected batches of formula are removed from store shelves. Families across the country are being advised to monitor their infants for symptoms and consult doctors immediately if any warning signs appear. This situation underscores the importance of strict quality control in the food and pharmaceutical industries, as well as the need for rapid response systems to prevent widespread harm. Science and space exploration also made headlines with news from Blue Origin, the aerospace company founded by Jeff Bezos. The company's New Glenn rocket was set for a major launch on Sunday, November 9th, but unfavorable weather conditions forced officials to postpone the event until Wednesday, November 12th. Although delays are common in the world of spaceflight, this particular mission carries significant weight. It marks the rocket's first major test supporting a NASA mission. Successful completion of the launch would not only validate Blue Origin's engineering capabilities, but also signal the company's readiness to compete more aggressively with SpaceX, which has dominated the commercial space industry for over a decade. As anticipation builds, analysts and space enthusiasts alike are watching closely to see whether New Glenn can meet expectations. If successful, the mission could pave the way for more frequent launches, expanded scientific collaboration, and new opportunities in the rapidly growing space economy. Overall, the week's scientific updates reveal a world full of challenges, breakthroughs, and events that remind us of both our vulnerability and our potential. From climate negotiations that may determine the future of our planet, to dramatic incidents involving wildlife and laboratory protocols, to natural disasters and advancements in space technology, science continues to shape global conversations. Whether addressing environmental crises, public health threats, or the next frontier beyond Earth, the importance of scientific research and international cooperation has never been more evident. As new stories unfold daily, the scientific community and the public remain united by curiosity, caution, and hope. Hope that our collective efforts will lead to solutions, discoveries, and a more sustainable future for generations to come. Economy. Overall, the week's scientific updates reveal a world full of challenges, breakthroughs, and events that remind us of both our vulnerability and our potential. From climate negotiations that may determine the future of our planet, to dramatic incidents involving wildlife and laboratory protocols, to natural disasters and advancements in space technology, science continues to shape global conversations. Whether addressing environmental crises, public health threats, or the next frontier beyond Earth, the importance of scientific research and international cooperation has never been more evident. As new stories unfold daily, the scientific community and the public remain united by curiosity, caution, and hope. Hope that our collective efforts will lead to solutions, discoveries, and a more sustainable future for generations to come.